Hello guys, today I thought I'd cover the Nuralaga rex, which was a type of massive rabbit that lived on an island that I actually went on holiday on. I went on holiday to Minorca, and it lived in Minorca, Ibiza and Mallorca. This is quite an interesting one because it was big and it lived just before the Ice Age, and went extinct pretty much at the beginning of the Ice Age, the Paleocene. But it was actually quite an interesting thing. It was a big rabbit, and it lived there with giant dormice. Which, if you guys really like this video, I will actually cover the giant dormice. But let's get into it. Nuralaga rex was kind of like a big primitive bunny. It was really quite big for bunnies, and it also ate things like they ate like roots, and they looked like they would have dug on burrows, but they actually didn't because of minorcas' rocky nature, and because there was a lack of predators, they didn't really need to. The only really other things sort of their size were the giant dormouse in the area, but there was nothing really else there to actually hurt them, really, apart from the giant dormouse. The giant dormouse were actually quite well. I'll do another video on them if enough people watch this video. But like I said, I actually went to Minorca. They were recorded to be over 26 pounds. And it's not just that made them absolutely crazy. They were also 10 times bigger than the usual modern rabbit. Its name means Giant King of Minorcan Rabbits, which is quite fitting for how big and heavy it was. But there's a drawback to this. They were very clumsy and heavy and dumb. Because it didn't have a really long spine, it had a short, stiff spine. It couldn't actually hop like most rabbits. It really only walked or waddled, which is quite strange. As you can see, this is a Nuralaga compared to a 1.8 meter tall human, so quite big for rabbits. But humans weren't even evolved then, so they went extinct at the beginning of the Ice Age in the Paleocene to the Pleistocene transition in an absolute massacre. When Minorca and Mallorca joined in a big landmass, minorcas, a goat-like animal, the minorcas came over to Minorca and absolutely massacred them because they went extinct like the dodos. They were too dumb to survive. They were too nice to survive. Females only lived 3.6 years and males only lived 6.2 years, which really is not a lot. Again, they just evolved to be too nice and too friendly with no natural predators, and in the end, that killed them. They likely dug little impressions in the ground, likely around vegetation, because there's been no actual of their nests fossilised, as they only lived in Minorca, so they do look quite cute though. You gotta admit, just big bunny rabbits, which, that's quite cute. Thanks for watching, guys. Today's been a really fun video, as like I said, I went to Minorca, and also the Nuralaga rex is quite actually interesting, and it's quite fun researching it, and I hope you learned something today. But I'll catch you in the next one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. You don't have to. Leave a comment if you want. And catch you in the next one. Bye bye.